Greetings, I'm the man behind the mask, and I'd like to talk to you about hockey. Yes, let's talk about hockey, the show that journeys through the history of the sport of ice hockey from its disputed origins to the game we see today. Now, every generation of the NHL has that team or teams that, in all honesty, are just absolutely terrible. Sure, it can be argued that one generation's bottom feeders are worse than another's, but overall, which NHL team can be said to have been the worst ever? Well, if you go by pure numbers, then statistically, the worst team to ever grace the NHL would be the 1974-75 Washington Capitals.
When the NHL opened its 1974-75 season, it welcomed two new clubs as a part of its continuing expansion efforts, the Kansas City Scouts and the Washington Capitals. With a combined 30 teams now between the NHL and its rival, the World Hockey Association, the talent pool available to stock the new teams was extremely thin. And while Kansas City was none too impressive, with their 15-54-11 record earning them a spot at the bottom of their conference, the Washington Capitals' poor performances this season would be beyond embarrassing. During the NHL's 80-game schedule, they would lose 17 games by a margin of 6 or more goals, including two 12-1 losses, one to Boston and one to Pittsburgh. Additionally, the Capitals would put up 4 winless streaks that spanned 11 or more games, including 2 record-setting 17-game streaks, and would also set additional records for most consecutive and total road losses, losing 39 out of 40 of their road games. When questioned about their performance, head coach Jim Anderson said, "I'd rather find out my wife was cheating on me than keep losing like this. At least I could tell my wife to cut it out." Anderson would not have to put up with his team's misfortune for much longer, though, as he was dismissed 54 games into the season and was replaced by the Capitals' general manager, Hall of Famer Milt Schmidt. Schmidt, however, couldn't right this doomed ship, and by the end of the season, the Capitals' 21 points would be half that of their expansion brethren in Kansas City, who were the second worst team this year, next to Washington. To top it off, the Capitals' final 8-67-5 record gave them an abominable .131 winning percentage, a record that still stands today as the worst that the NHL has ever seen.